All right, guys. So let's open up Premiere Pro. Let's just get right into it. So you can either open up Premiere Pro through your Creative Cloud app. That can open it through any of these apps. Just click on it and click open, or you just search for it here. Search for go to your menu and look for Premiere Pro, and it opens up. Okay, so I'm just gonna open it from here, and Premiere Pro loads. All right, so so we are loading. Yeah, so you can say yeah. Guys, welcome to Premiere Pro, etc. These are like projects you've worked on before. So if you worked on any project, it will open up. It's gonna show up here when you open up Premiere Pro. Okay, so you can just go back into it. So for example, I can just let me go back to just open up this one quickly, just for the sake of it. Okay, so this was a test I did for someone and just sent it to them. So you can see, and that's what I'm gonna open it afresh. I just wanted to show you how it works. Okay, I'm gonna open it afresh and let me open it through the other menu. So Premiere Pro 2025. Same thing, it opens up and close this. Yeah, so you can see this, it loads and yeah. So I'm gonna start with clicking a new project, okay? So I click on a new project. When you open it up, it brings this up for you. Now this is just to choose the title. So I'm gonna just put video editing, sorry, video editing master class. Okay, then I'm going to change it to or save it in a particular location in my system. So I'm not going to save it. I'm going to save it under a particular folder. So maybe I'll just create a new folder somewhere here. Then change it to like, I think I have something here under my brand. Premiere Masterclass. I can save it here and save it here. So you can see, so you can save it anywhere you want to save it. So once you save it, it's going to create a project file for you. Okay, the project file is where you can even open up Premiere Pro. You can open this particular project just from your file explorer. If for example, if for one reason or the other you can't open it up in Premiere Pro, it has never happened to me, but it helps you um keep your work organized. And even if you want to move this project to another system, maybe, and you're not using the cloud option, you can just copy it into your hard disk. You know where to find the project file and the assets, then move it to another system or something. Maybe whether your system is having issues, it cannot export, or you've got a new system and you want to move the files without losing a lot of stuff. So once you find it here, if you save it here, this is under Drive D, Project Tel Studios Premiere Masterclass. Then templates, just leave it to none. Okay, then skip import mode, then create. Now I'm gonna reset this. This is brings out a whole lot of things for you, and I'm gonna just reset this because this is my own personal panel. Okay, so I'm gonna reset this to, you can see it's showing Cetra 24. I did this last year for my own work, so I'm just gonna change this to DT. I think it should give me what I need for that. Okay, yeah, so I think this is okay. So remember, I told you once you create this, it's going to show you if we've created a project file now under Drive D, Project Tel Studios Premiere Masterclass, Video Editing Masterclass is the title. So let's go and find our project file. So you go to File Explorer, or shortcut is Windows E, and it takes you to, this is the shortcut for it, but let me just go to Drive D, or just go, let's do it manually, this PC. So these are where this is your like your storage device. These are where your files are stored. Okay, so you can say I have Drive C, I have Drive D, and I have a backup, a Drive F. So this is 1 TB, and this is 512 or 500 gigabytes. Okay, all of them are okay. These two are SSDs, and this is the HDD drive. This is just my external hard disk. So I would go to Drive D. Remember, we're trying to look for this Drive D. So I open up Drive D. Is a lot of files in my drive, and I go to project. So I'm just showing you how to trace your file. So on that Drive D, we have a folder called projects, a folder called Tel Studios. So let's do that. So you can see projects here. You can look for Tel Studios too. Then you can find Premiere Masterclass, and you can see our project file here. So if, For example, we close this. I'm going to save this first of all, so it's Premiere can lock it in. So if I should close this tomorrow, or if I should close it someday, and I don't open it up from here or from the Creative Cloud, uh, but if I don't open it, I just want to open up my specific file. I just come here. Once I can locate this, I open it up here, and Premiere starts from the beginning. Okay, so you can just open up the project for me. Okay, so the difference between the first one and the second one is that when I open it up here from the project, when I open up the project file, it opens up that specific project. Yeah, versus when I open up in just Premiere Pro or from the, what do you call it, from the Creative Cloud, I don't get that option. I will have to choose the particular folder I want to, so whichever works for you. Okay, I think the other one is finer, the first one, but that's the one I use most of the time. Okay, so we would just look at a couple of things again. Let's know the next phase to go to. Okay, so now when you look at all this, like I said, it looks a bit overwhelming, but it's not overwhelming at all. Okay, it's very, very easy to do. And remember, I told you something. Now, if you watched the intro lesson, I told you, you remember how expensive Premiere Pro is? I think it's about 18,000 naira a month. Yeah, Creative Cloud subscription for the first year, and subsequently it's almost 200k, 200,000 naira monthly. Now, why I'm bringing this up is because I like starting with this. That forget the fact that sometimes you have cracked softwares and sometimes people can get these things for free or get it at a cheaper rate. These guys have built this program in such a way that you can master, once you master the basics, you can work or do whatever you want to do in the app without them needing to come and needing to come to teach you the stuff. So what do I mean? Let me give you a more perfect example. So you get an iPhone or a Samsung phone like mine now. This is almost half a million naira, and this is not even the highest end of the phone. This is an S21 Samsung. Okay, so it's a I think we're an S25 Ultra now. Now, but when they produce these phones, they put a lot of specifications into it and sent it to us. Now it's costly because of the features, and they've told us how to use the features, and we don't actually know. We don't actually need their help all the time. I don't think I've ever contacted Samsung for any issue because they try to make their products as user friendly as possible. You get, so that is what I tell people once you open a software and it's looking like Jesus, what is all this? Okay, the developers or the designers or the owners, the company tries to make their products as user friendly as possible. And yeah, because of maybe because of where we are coming from, it might not be so uh easy at first, but just have this at the back of your mind that this thing is very doable. And once you have it at the back of your mind, you can just keep on moving, making small steps, small baby steps, and making progress. At some point, you might even see there are some things you might not necessarily need in this software, unless you're into heavy film production. Okay, but the little things you need to get, they're so easy, so easy. Okay, I had to take time to explain this so you will not feel too overwhelmed, right? So let's get into it. So now that that's out of the way. So when you look at those, there are a lot of things happening here. Okay, but I like grouping everything here into 4 layers. Okay, I call it the I use this source panel, the program panel, the timeline, and the project panel. These are what I do basically. I just group it into it for easy understanding. Okay, for that I'm just adjusting this a little bit to make it more orderly. Do you get? So just trying to make this better. So like I said, we group it into 4 boxes. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. You get? So and quickly we edit videos here. We work on videos and do everything here. So this is where we import our footage. So if, for example, I want to import a footage, I import it from this place. You get? Okay, um so yeah, so let's try to import a project now. I have downloaded some clips. I will link also to this video so you can download and follow along with me. Or if you want, you can use any footage you want. Okay, so I downloaded this video. So if I want to, like I said, you want to import the project, I'm going to do it again. You just click on click on import media, then you look for the video or the file you want to import and just select it. Once you select it, I can import one or multiple clips. I'm going to select all of them and select, and it imports. Okay, you can see all of them here, they are here. So this is one way to do it. Another way to do it is just to, I'm going to Control Z, undo, and I can just drag this here. This is my videos folder, my downloads folder where my videos are. Select them all, drag, click and drag, and just click on it here, click on Premiere Pro and copy it here, and it also comes in. So either way, both ways works. I think there's another way, but you might not necessarily need it. So go into your media browser and looking for it here. I think they said this is a more excellent way, or a more professional way of doing it. And you just look for Drive D. Remember what we did the first time? Okay, this should be under Drive C, not Drive D now, because it's under our downloads folder. So users, public, Ola, downloads, and you can see the videos. Okay, so you can see 1, 2, 3. I can just select anyone I want to download and I can import them. Do you get? So I can import this if I want to. So click on import and it imports. So it's down more, but I'm going to Control Z that. So you can import this particular way. So, but the second one I do, that's just clicking and dragging. It's more efficient for me. So I just click and drag, and yeah. So I'm going to repeat that again. So click. Okay, I'm going to close this too. So Windows E, and you go to your downloads folder and you select the videos you want to download, the videos you want to import. Click and drag and drop, and it imports. Okay, so then you have different modes here. You can if you want to see your videos, you can just double click on this, or this is, you have a list view and a grid view, just like your phones or your laptops. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my laptop for this. So on my laptop, this is like a grid view. If I want a list view, I change it like this. So that's just the same way it is in Premiere Pro. Okay, so I can just change this, and you see my grid view here. You can see I can also the footage are imported, but this one, I think this one saves space more. So just that you have to now organize your footage. So, and to preview your footage or to see it before you start working on it, you can just double click on it. And once you double click on it, it brings it up. It brings it up here. Okay, so anything you import, you can see or preview it here. So you can see source, no clips yet. So once you double click, it brings it up for you. You can now see your clips. You get, so that's just the second one. So you see this video clip here. You're done. The third one, you're a man, same person walking in the woods, and same thing here, a time-lapse video of a stream and people in it, and another video. So I'm previewing what I imported. I am not editing yet. I'm just seeing, okay, my footage, and just doing a couple of things. So you get, so I think that's it. So then, like I told you, this saves a lot of space for us compared to this. And that way to save space is to create folders. We'll come and we'll get into that once it's time for that. Once we start the editing, we're trying to import a lot of files and everything. Yeah. So but what we can do for now is to just rename this footage, rename these clips, so to be easy for us to recognize. Because trust me, we can, if you keep on opening these clips like this, you might be able to get and know that this one is on the last video on the stream, this one is a stream and in the forest, this one is a house, this one is a time lapse or something. Yeah, but trust me, when you have like 100 videos, you might get lost. Okay, that's where renaming your files comes in hand. This is probably one of the major hacks to organization while you're editing. Okay, so we can just preview this quickly. So this is a stream, a drone shot of a stream. So we can just call this drone shots. Drone shots of forest. So and just to rename it, if you just once you just once you click on this twice, not like double clicking once, you click on it first and click again, it shows up. It shows up. It brings up this rename panel where you can just change the name. Okay, so if you double click on it, it just shows you your project in the, it shows you your footage and the preview on your source panel. So let's rename this to man looking up, and just call this side shots. So yeah, then you can look at, okay, man walking in the woods or forest, anyone. So you can also call this, okay, this is the time lapse. That's one of my time lapse footage of people and people, the river bank. Then this should be house on a lake. I'm just call it that. House on a lake. This is not, actually, let's call this a house on a sea. Okay. So, and this is okay. So if you're looking for the man, if the footage of the man looking up, you can just, instead of going through this and just click on this, we see the guy. If you look for a drone shot of the forest, you can get the drone shot of the forest here. If you want to go back to the man walking in the woods, we can easily look at our files. Okay. Now, since we've done this, remember this is for importing. This is for previewing what you imported. Okay. These are just, you can see a lot of things happening here. You can see this is like, it's showing you duration. This is a 7-second video. This is a 15-second video. Okay, then this one counts how many seconds or minutes the video is at now. So it's at 4 seconds. It can keep on moving, or at 2 seconds now. And in Premiere Pro, we have this, the time range is not no video. What we know normally in Premiere Pro is, or what we know normally when it comes to timing, is hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, but in Premiere we have milliseconds, and so we have hour, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Okay, so a millisecond is like half of a second. Yeah, if you've learned how to rename this, how to import and rename this, okay, preview your videos and you can import. So we can just drag this and just drop it into Premiere Pro and it opens up. Okay, so this is my first video, second video, third video, fourth video, fifth video. Okay, and this one is not up to frame, so we'll come back to that later. Okay, so let's just play through this place. Let me just talk a little bit about this the timeline panel. So like I said, everything is you're going to make here, it's going to be showing here. So the difference between this and this is just that this you're previewing what you're doing here. You can just look at it side by side. But for here, every change you make, every cut you make is going to show here. Okay, so this video is going to play after this video. It's going to show here. Same thing with this, same thing with this, same thing with this. If, for example, I move this, maybe move this to this place and move this here, this one will play next as opposed to this. You get, so our house on the sea will play first before this, before the time lapse footage. This is with this blue line that's just hovering around the clips is called our time indicator. Okay, or CTI, current time indicator, is where you can use it to hover around clips if you want to, like, maybe make a cut or delete something or add something or make a change somewhere or add something to get here. So this is your CTI. You shouldn't forget is this is what makes it move. It moves every single time it's moving. Okay, across clips here. So, and these are your video panels and your audio panels. Under the timeline panel, you have these panels. Okay, the video stands for videos. That's V1, V2, V3. You can stack up more clips if you want. So a good way of doing this now, I'm just increasing and reducing this. Okay, just like this is for increasing and reducing, this is for zooming in and zooming out. Another way you could do this is just to hit your plus button. And once you hit the plus and minus, it zooms in and zooms out. If you watch this, this becomes smaller as you zoom in, or it becomes bigger as you zoom out. You get, so you can use that, or just scroll, use your mouse and stretch this to the left or to the right. Okay, now I told you this is your video panels. Okay, so I can do this sequentially. That make this start after this one plays, this plays, this plays, this plays, and this one plays down. But because we have more than one two channels, more than one channel here, we have 3 or 4 video channels. You can have 3 videos review. I can add more if I want. It becomes video 4, video 5, and so on if I want as many as I need. But most times you might just need between 2 and 3 video panels, or maybe 4. So you might not need as much as 5, 6, 7, 10 video panels, but it can actually be up to that. So you can just stack up some of these clips. These are like, maybe if you're working on a video and maybe you want to add a b-roll. So if, for example, I had an a-roll footage and I want to show what I'm talking about, this is a good case whereby this can come up. You get, you can add things on top of this. So instead of this playing like this, for example, I can just put this on top of this. Yeah, so, and I zoom in a little bit down. So maybe on the 2-second mark or 155, I can just add this, so that once this is playing, instead of playing after this, after the drone shot plays, the house on the ship plays up, it just comes up on top. Do you get? Yeah, so I can even stack this. So it saves time to, of course, makes our clip. This is a 40-second video currently. Now, but these are just clips playing, and over time it can become boring. Okay, so we can just make these 2 seconds. This one plays, then I add this. Okay, then add this. I'm just stacking up clips now. Okay, I'm just showing you how the video panel works. So the videos that are still there, but it's going to show what's on top. So you can see the house on the sea, the drone shots, the man walking, and the man looking up on the forest. So yeah, this is just basically how the video panel works. And for the audio panel too, same thing works. So I don't have any audio footage now, but I could download some and just share. We'll do this, we'll work with the audio clips later on. Okay, so, but this is just for the video panel. So if I had an audio panel, or if these videos had audio and I imported them, the video would come on this V section, while the audio will go to the A section. Okay, so that's just all you need to know about this. Okay, and when you lock this, you can't move this clip picking. Once you lock it, you can't move it. It's just a way of, maybe if in case you made a serious edit and maybe you're working with too many timelines or too many things on your timeline and you don't want anything to shift, you can just lock that layer. You can, once you lock it, it's locks. Okay, so same thing with this. Then you can also hide it, like maybe you don't want someone to see it. You can just this I button, kind of, once it's crossed, it won't show your footage again. Same thing with this. So you can even turn off, if you turn off all this, you would only see your drone shot of the forest. Okay, but if you turn them on, yeah, so you need to just be aware of that. Okay, so can come in handy in your editing. So maybe when we go into the basic ones, you will see how I make use of it. Okay, so I think that's basically it.